Forgot to add myself, and I should be full screen right now. Hey, welcome everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever. Why are my lips so very pink? This is a very strange thing, but it's live. We're live on Rippasend right now. It is AFAR, what I refer to as the Adora Bible, although that's not on the thing. I didn't tell him to, but maybe I'll have him do it before it goes to print, unless you don't think it's necessary. So AFAR, as far as you know, everybody, is my wordless Bible. It's drawn in a cartoony Calvin and Hobbes ish. I'm kind of red too. I don't know what's going on with my color settings. I had this great contrast the other day, and now I'm like red with lipstick. This isn't. I'm not red or have lipstick on. Just so you guys know. But this has been a long time. A, in the making, and B, in the works with Rippasend. We were talking about this a while before Christmas, but we were gonna miss the Christmas window. So because they have other books they have going on, and so we're like, can we nail down Easter? So that it's live during Easter week, Holy Week, and they're like, let's do it. So we've been setting it up, and then finally, it's live. Gosh darn, now not even my focus is working. What is going on? This is gonna drive you bananas. BANANAS. Anywho, wait. So that's what I'm all excited for. Is this going to be a typical episode of Cross Examinations? Probably not. We're going to be talking about AFAR. If you guys have any questions, so where do I find it? The link is in the description. I can copy it here and drop it in the chat too. There you go. You can get it at Rippasend campaign AFAR. I haven't actually even gone through. I haven't even looked at the website yet because I wanted to do that with you guys. So hopefully it's all perfect and I won't be complaining about anything, because that'd be a terrible thing to do to my partners who are doing my crowdfunding whatever you call it, pre-order campaign. Let's embiggen this so that I gotta get rid of that. And let's get through this. All right, so this is just going to be the video that you all saw, so I'm not going to play it again. But they have it as the all-ages adaptation of the gospel. And they have a pre-order goal. We agreed to this. We're going to do, rather than a monetary goal, the point of this isn't to make money. So I did we did a donation goal. So the idea is to get as many of these books out to ministries as possible, because it's a ministry. This whole thing's a ministry. Honestly, I could not make a dime on this, and it wouldn't really stress me out, as long as, because all the work's already done. So I don't have. I did this for the purpose of ministry. It's free on Webtoons if you want to go read it. But honestly, this would be much better to have as a little, you got your Calvin and Hobbes book, and then you have your AFAR book next to it. That'd be so cool. Have it on the coffee table. I have it opened. I'll look at after the stream. All right, Tina, put the links in the Discord. Thank you. Hi, will this get to Amazon? Doubt it. At least right away. I don't know. That's something we'll have to talk about later. I mean, they're doing direct-to-customer stuff, so Amazon would just be like competition. I know it's a bigger, everybody goes to Amazon, but maybe we'll do an Amazon version later. I don't know. But probably not for a good while. So right now we're doing it through Rippasend. They have, look, it's a contract. I'm publishing through Rippasend. So ultimately, they get to make the decisions. Obviously, they're going to ask me what I want to do. Um, but it's like I can't just be like, "Hey, I'm going to go publish this on Amazon by myself." Europe shipping is expensive for me. Oh, well, doesn't that's something I'd have to ask them about. Did you already check? But I think they have a thing where they have cheaper overseas shipping because they have like they'll ship it to a singular uh, distributor in Europe. I think so. I don't know. Check the shipping prices. It might be pretty cheap. All right, so here we. Oh, let's see. Let's see what we got. Actually, let's read the campaign story. We're gonna go through this because I haven't gone through it yet. AFAR began in 2015 with a powerful and deeply personal vision. During a moment of reflection in church, Creator Mike was. That's me. I'm Creator Mike. Oh, thanks, 709. 709 says, "Good luck, Mike." Thank you, sir. Creator Mike was struck by a vivid image: humanity covered in the weight of its own brokenness, contrasted against a perfectly clean figure, Jesus, walking amongst them. Not distant or removed, but present among them, ultimately taking that burden onto himself so others could be made whole. That image became the foundation of AFAR and set the direction for what would become an ambitious creative undertaking. Mike set out to tell the gospel story without words, relying entirely on visual storytelling to communicate a message that could reach anyone regardless of language or background. Like many long-term creative projects, the work was interrupted. Life pulled Mike away before the book could be completed, and for years AFAR remained unfinished. Everything changed when Mike sought guidance in prayer about how to best use his time and talents. In that quiet moment, his thoughts returned to AFAR. Taking that as clarity and direction, he committed to finishing what he had started. More than a decade after its beginning, that original vision has now been realized. AFAR stands as a visual journey of sacrifice, redemption, and grace, told in a way that invites each reader to experience its meaning personally. Now, through Rippasend, that vision is ready to be shared with the world, but the story doesn't have to stop with you. That's a good write-up. I have to go to sleep. All right. Good night, Carol. Carol Malta, 5597. All right. Man, my throat. My throat's going bad already, and we're only 9 minutes into this. All right, so let's see. That's the campaign story. Let's go to book donations. Sharing AFAR's vision. All right, sharing AFAR's message of grace. Inspired by the vision at the heart of AFAR, you now have the opportunity to help extend that message of sacrifice, redemption, and hope to others. You can donate bulk copies of AFAR, minimum of 5 books, to approved charities of your choice, placing this story directly into the hands of those who need it most. Books are provided tax-free. Rippasend covers all shipping and freight. You will receive a receipt for your book donation. This program is designed specifically for gifting physical books. No cash donations are processed. You can also suggest additional charities. Please submit all suggestions to the help desk. Organizations must complete our charity onboarding form and be approved before being listed. Click each charity below to learn more about them. The Grove Church mission statement: to know him and make him known. That's my church, guys. So if you want to donate to my church, go to the Grove. Christian Comics Art Society mission statement: the goal and purpose of CCAS is to document the work and support of professionals, hopefuls, and enthusiasts who hold to the tradition of Christian faith within the comic book and related industries. We accomplish this by the following: sharing the Christian message and our Christian faith primarily within and through the comic book industry and art form, mentoring, training, friendship, and networking, the collaboration on and creation of visual storytelling. So the great thing about CCAS is they have a booth at Comic-Con and other cons, and but Comic-Con, is huge. So if you donated to CCAS, they would be able to give these out at their booth in small press They have the same booth in small press every year. And just imagine being able to give out hundreds or thousands of copies of these, like every kid that passes by, or whoever. Just fantastic ministry. And Emmanuel Lutheran Church, Missouri Synod, a place where God's children, mission statement, a place where God's children can come and be fed and nurtured by the word of God preached and the sacraments faithfully administered. Where we who are burdened and heavy laden with sin can come and receive rest. Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. John 1:29. All right, so those are the 3 so far. If you know of a ministry who would like to give out or use AFAR in their ministry, maybe even just have them in their youth rooms or whatever, however they want to use it in their ministry, then you can apply or ask your ministry or suggest them. Just get them in contact, and then we can have more. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of charities on here who will be able to do that. All right, about the creator, nobody cares about me. You want me to read this? Anybody actually want me to read this? You guys all know me already. Maybe I should read it just for giggle. Pretty cool, Mike. Thank you, D Fresh. All right, let me read it. Sorry, my throat hurts when I turn this way. Maybe it was a stroke. I don't know. No. Okay, since 7 of 9 said no, I'm going to read it. Mike S. Miller is a veteran comic book artist with a career spanning more than 3 decades. Since 1992, he has worked across major publishers, starting at Image Comics. Well, not starting at, but that was one of my early ones. Jim Lee's Wildstorm Studios, contributing to multiple X titles at Marvel, later working on Adventures of Superman and JLA for DC Comics. At a pivotal point, he was set to take on a major JLA maxi series before being blacklisted for his outspoken Christian faith, leading him to pivot toward independent work. That path resulted in a collaboration with George R.R. Martin on the comic adaptation of The Hedge Knight and its sequels, Sword and Mystery Knight, which became top-selling Amazon titles. His body of work also includes Injustice God Among Us for DC Comics and the cover art for Game of Thrones. Works across the decades in comics, Mike S. Miller has built a reputation for strong, character-driven visuals and disciplined storytelling with a clarity that allows each panel to deliver meaning, emotion, intent without excess. The same approach defines AFAR, a project that relies entirely on visual storytelling and demands precision, restraint, and purpose on every page. Drawing on a lifetime of experience, Mike guides the reader through the narrative without words, allowing the imagery to carry the full weight of the story. The result is a culmination of both craft and conviction, shaped not only by years in the industry, but by a clear and personal vision of storytelling at its most essential. Hey, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. How do you know which one is the hardcover? I haven't gone through them yet. Let's keep going. The charity okay, so the charity donation one would be the one that's not a hardcover. Right? I don't know if okay, hold on. Let's click this first. I was reading that and there's no mention of Mike's ardent belief in unicorns. I know, how unfair. All right, let's view more on the charity donation. Sorry, my computer is super slow. Terrible. Terribly slow.
You know how bad of a smoke that was?
Sorry, I have to tease you a bit. That's fine. Tease away, my friend. Tease away. All right, $8. You could donate bulk copies of AFAR, minimum order of 5 books to approved charities of your choice. Grove Church, Christian Explorer. All right, choose a charity. 5. Let's see. All right. Let's just see how this works. Okay, there's 5. If I add to cart.
Random guy. All right, we're gonna just push the guy on the left.
Let's go see what the cart looks like. Because I don't know what the pricing is on this stuff or anything yet.
What? Why is he playing back?
Oh, why does it take so long? All right, so it's $8 a piece for the charity donation versions. Okay, so then going back, that's not bad.
Alright, revolver time.
All right. Sorry about this. All right, let's see okay, this is a personal copy. View more. $5 to $25. Explore all items. Cover A and B. Cover A. Okay, so this is cover A. There you go. This is a soft cover. And cover B is a hardcover for only $25. That's cheap for a hardcover. Usually hardcovers, that's fine. That's a good price. So soft cover, hardcover. There you go. Personally, I'd get the hardcover. I don't know what you guys think, but I would personally get the hardcover. Not because it's more expensive, but just because it's a hardcover, dude. I like my hardcover books better than my softcover books. I'm funny that way. All right, so that's it. Based on the Bible. 8.5 by 5.5. 5.25. 90 pages. Limited quantities of cover B. Once sold out, it will not be reprinted in this form. Oh, okay. So yeah, and that's actually going to be so the hardcover is only available on this. After that, the softcover will still be available because that's the ministry part. The hardcover is kind of like me trying to get paid, I guess. And the softcover is the ministry because you want it as cheap as possible to get it out to as many people as possible. Hey, Mike, congrats. Well, thank you very, very much. I have the hardcover in my cart. All right, and in your heart. The artist is fairly new, so the hardcover is probably a hard sell. It's only $10 more. I mean, that's like $15 for the softcover. This is a 181-page book. Oh, wait, page count 90. That's not how... Oh, right. We doubled up. Right, so there's two strips. There's 181 strips. So there's two strips on each page. So it's going to be 90 pages. It's actually got to be more than 90 pages because it's 181. I added a thing. So it's probably going to end up being 94 pages because I think they have to add the fourth thing. But it doesn't matter. It's going to be a nice, thick, juicy book. I mean, if you look around at crowdfunding, I paid more for coloring books. Price good, right? This is a cheap. Okay, I don't want to say cheap because it sounds like it cheapens it. This is an inexpensive book. So, like I said, this isn't about the money. This is not a money grab. This is a ministry. This is a ministry grab. $25 for a hardcover is a steal these days because the art is great. Thank you very much. Also, come on. Who's not going to want the He is Risen AFAR shirt? I want 7 of these so I can wear it every day. Not literally, but that would be cool. If they gave me like 5 of them, I would wear this like so much. I'm adored. Plus, it'd be, it's promoting my thing. All right, go back to explore all items. $32. That's not bad for sure. So let's see, where are we at? Explore all items. Wait a minute. No, I want to get back to AFAR. Is that all I got? The shirt. The AFAR book pack. All right. So you can get $36 gets you both. Is it the soft cover and the hardcover?
That's the James I know.
That's nice. So it's $36. So instead of that should have been 40. You get $4 off. Is that right? 15 plus 25, 40. All right. So you get some money off, and then you get the nice hardcover you can keep protected, and then let your kids rummage through the soft cover. FedEx shipping is $9. Not bad. All right, Tina, go get your pizza. All right, so grab the grab the old AFAR book pack. That sounds like a plan. All right, let's see what else we got on here. We got the backpack, and we got the I Want It All pack. So that's another $2 off because of $32. So for $66, you get an extra $2 off the shirt. You get you get $4. So it's a little discount if you want to get everything. And look at that, you get extra small through 4XL. Oh my gosh. I mean, God bless you 4XL guys out there. That's a big shirt. That's a big shirt. I'm hoping to pick up at least one extra copy. I'd like to give one to my niece. Well, bro, then get the 2-pack and then just give her the soft cover. Or if you're generous, give her the hardcover. But yeah, these would be great gifts for everyone in your family. Why do I have 5? What's... Oh, okay. I have the 5 items in my store. All right. Let me go back. Launch edition. So yeah, I mean, to book donations, campaign story. I think. All right, that's everything. That's everything. Cool. And it ends on my son's birthday, May 22nd. The Unicornus has arrived. Congratulations for showing up, Unicornus. Let's see what's going on. Wow, a lot of people on X.
That's one's there.
Watching. Let's see my chat.
He's going out of the top part.
All right. I love it. I'll be buying from a friend. So I'm going over to Twitter and seeing.
Oh my.
Ooh, all right. We got a donation. All right.
Wait, did we win or draw?
Let's go back. I don't know. The one thing I've noticed just watching previous Rippasend campaigns is that they don't update the sales thing doesn't update live. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. I'll refresh this, but it says we're already at 10% of our goal of 200 books sold or donated. That's pretty good considering it's only been 20 minutes. Hopefully we get to that full goal today. That'd be rad if we got to it today. So I wonder if it says who's gotten the donations so far. Probably not, huh? Probably not. But yeah, there it is. The AFAR campaign is live. Very excited. A little secret about AFAR. I mean, well, okay. I kind of read what happened before, how I started this all the way back in 2015, right? And I got sidetracked. It says with life, but what happened was I got a literary agent, very good literary agent, and I showed this to her. Would you rather me buy the hardcover book or donations? I would rather you did the donations. The point of this is ministry. If you have to pick one or the other, do the donations. Okay? Everybody, everyone out there, if you don't want it for yourself more than you want to donate it, then do the donations. Please. Or if it's a 50-50. The point of this is ministry. The point of this is not to put money in my pocket. So please donate these to the ministries involved. So I got sidetracked because my literary agent, my manager, they asked me, they love the style, they love what I'm doing, but is there something I could do that was more... am I supposed to say both? Yep. I can't honestly say both. If you're making an either or choice, it's the ministry. It's not me. But if you have money for both, go with God. Go with God. Get them both. I mean, honestly, for me, I want the hardcover. Obviously I'll get some for free, so it's not. I'm not going to go back my own book. That's silly. And I would want the hardcover. And so if you want a copy for yourself, I would say get the hardcover. But yeah, if it's one or the other, do the donations, please. LOL, Mike is a good guy, not surprised by that. I want the hardcover too. Thank you, Grad Admiral. So my literary agent, my manager, they're like, is there something that you could do that is more broad based, right? Because this was very like obviously Christian oriented, Christian market, and I'm like, well, we can go to Christian bookstores, blah blah blah. You're a literary agent. She's like, yeah, but you want to be able to hit something bigger. Then maybe you could build that audience. Then you could sell this. Then you could do this. So over time, I started doing Bless This Mess, which if some of you are familiar, I took things that happened in my family. I turned them into cute little Calvin and Hobbes-ish cartoons. Hilarious. Everyone who reads it loves it. It ended up getting syndicated in Europe because in America, the syndication companies want 365 strips before they will approach newspapers here in the States because they want a full year of strips before they will syndicate. Well, I was 200 strips into my European syndication, and I believe that's when I jumped in with doing Lone Star, and I was doing so well crowdfunding that I just kind of, the syndication in Europe wasn't making enough money for me to keep doing. I should have just kept doing it until I got to 365 so they could submit it. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. That's one of them. I should have just done it. 165 more strips. We could have submitted it to like all the papers in America, and she was a great literary agent, so she probably could have got me syndicated here. Man, I should have done that. Why didn't I do that? But anyways, that's what sidetracked me from this. Then I ended up doing all the other books with crowdfunding, and then so all of that stuff just kind of got laid aside. I love the one you showed us with JoJo painted up like the Joker. Definitely hardcover. Bernie Mac. What? I don't know what that means, NVR. Could you finish the strips and try again?
The same map. I hope it's the same dudes.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's within the realm of reality. The thing is, I stopped doing it a long time ago, and the kids are all grown up now. Like I was taking stuff like that was just happening on a daily, and some particular quirky thing, I would turn it into a strip. But now all my kids are. I mean, this guy's gonna be 18 in May. When Rippasend when AFAR ends, his birthday's right on the screen there, May 22nd. He's gonna be 18 on this day. So it's like I could start doing it with my grandkids. Yeah, I have grandkids now. I mean, the kids in Bless This Mess are now making me grandchildren. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Why name it AFAR? I knew someone would ask that eventually. So, if you'll notice in the artwork, everybody's covered with dust or dirt or mud, however you want to say it, right? You could do Bless This Mess, the next generation. You're a granddad now. I could. I saw one right there. Well, AFAR, that's where the name came from, because
what kind is that?
AFAR is the Hebrew word for the dust that we're made of.
James, why don't you have a
in the beginning, God created us from the dust of the earth. The Hebrew word is afar. So it is, obviously it's not spelled, it's spelled in Hebrew, but when you pronounce it, it's afar, afar. And so I wrote afar, and I'm like, wow, what a great double meaning. People are going to think I mean far away. But secretly, it actually means the dust that we're made of, the dirt that we're made of, which is what's covering all of us. It's like the symbol of our sin in this book is that we're all covered in our own filth. We're covered in afar. And then Jesus, that's the grand vision of this thing, is that when Jesus is crucified, he takes all our sin, all our dirt, all our muck, all our afar on himself. And then we are made clean. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Why does Jesus have short hair in your comic? I thought he was always described as having long hair. Because it's cute.
That's pistol.
Okay, I got my order in for the hardcover. Yay! Awesome. I just wanted this whole thing to be cute and approachable, and it's obviously a kid's book, so it's, or not necessarily a kid's book, but it's drawn in that sort of Calvin and Hobbesy. Look, I was a teenager when Calvin and Hobbes came out, so I read that vociferously, and it didn't matter that it was quote unquote for kids. So it's like, is he really a warlord? Wait, what?
You can have that.
So let's see if this does refresh on the goal. No, see that goal meter doesn't it doesn't mean anything. I mean, not that it doesn't mean anything, but it's not like live. It's not like what our live goals are. So, Angela Kerr says, "Congrats, Mike. Cheers. Thank you very much." Just hoping, hoping we reach as many people as possible. So I hope that the donations just add up. And again, if you have any anyone you think, or any ministry or church that you think they would like some copies of Afar, if they want to see it ahead of time, they can go to I'll get the link up here, because I have it's all free on Webtoon, but it's like, it's Webtoon style, so it's like vertical and I don't know. I'm not a huge Webtoon. I know they are huge. They have like 8 million people watching every day. But why does it keep reverting my name to when I made the account like in 8th grade? I have no idea. Sorry, Warlord.
What?
So if you want to, if you're like, you want to convince your church that they need to get copies of this, or set up as a donation location, then please, by all means, you can just go to Webtoon, tell them to check out Webtoons. They can read through all 180 pages, although I have a 181st page that I haven't uploaded there. That is actually an invitation page. Bruce Flair, having that charity option is fantastic. That's what the whole thing's about. The whole thing is about the charity. It's about the ministry. I just want to get people out there. And yes, hail, Bruce Flash. Hail, everybody. Welcome, everyone. But now you want to sell all that dust back to us. Thanks a lot, Mike. Sure. I got it. I hate when they have displays your old name like mine is, Tina Topsky. Wait, how's it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Update. No. Hello, Amy Lester. Welcome. So it is live. I mean, we can get into some other topics if you want, but I really I'm just excited that this is finally happening, and it's going to be going until
If he
May
kills me
22nd.
twice, it got
You
banned.
can get the hardcover until May 22nd. It won't be available after that. They're going to have, the soft cover will be reprintable. But the hardcover, this is sort of a one and done thing because it is
Because
going
it's
to
a
change the
vacuum cleaner.
fulfillment deadline.
Look at the scoreboard.
FYI, because it takes longer to get things hardbacked, hardcovered, whatever, turned into hardcovers or printed as hard. It takes longer than it does for typical softcover books. So the hardcover is a one and done throughout this campaign. After that, your only option is the cheaper chicken. The cheaper chicken. So, yeah, welcome, everybody, one and all.
How is that
I'm
not?
checking my notifications on Twitter. I've been arguing with a guy on Twitter about the Eucharist, basically, about it being a metaphor or because he doesn't seem to understand the word literal. Not that I want to get into a debate on that. Look, this is a very ecumenical telling of the gospel. It should be any denomination, heck, even Mormons, this should be fine with them. I mean, any denomination could use this as a ministry tool, right? So it is just the Gospels. It's not every single part of the Gospels. Us Catholics are weird. Well, we're all weird in our own way, aren't we, Seven? I do make the point, and I make it all the time, that the true Church of Christ is ecumenical, and the false Church of Christ is ecumenical. In other words, the body of saved Christian believers exist in every denomination, and the body of goats, the sheep and the goats, live together. The body of false believers, I don't want to say false, but like the lukewarm ones, the ones that Jesus is going to vomit out of his mouth, they're ecumenical as well. Every denomination has sheep and goats. That's what I'm saying. And so I'm not trying to say only Presbyterians can buy anybody. Everyone. If you have a Bible in your house, you should be happy to be able to send this as a ministry tool or buy it for yourself. Either way, or both. My preference, get both. Get yourself everything and the donations. Who's Evan, James? I don't know what you mean. Sheeps and goats and squirrels. As you were drawing it, I was able to figure out which part of the story you were telling. Well, I should hope so. Also, this is, if you have kids or grandkids, this is a great visual introduction to, I know, James, it was a joke. It was a joke, buddy. It's a great visual introduction to the Gospels. Like, you can just walk your kids through the story, right, in your own words. And if they were like, well, what is that? If you want to get deeper in it, it'll have the scripture verse every single scene comes out of. Let me see if that fixed my username. DJ, yeah. Justin says, it's ironic when the purest lamb is also the goat. Can I finish this up? Mike, glad to see the recovery. Sup 709. I am recovering. I walked all the way down my block today, and then all the way back up. And it was exhausting and very slow because I cannot walk very fast, especially uphill. But that's a new record for me. So getting all the way down to the bottom of the hill and then all the way back up. I'm going to do that again tomorrow. I'm going to get better. Stroke be damned. Yeah, or read the Bible to your kids and then be able to show the pictures. Oh yeah, or like have them hold the book open, like have them hold AFAR open while you're reading the scriptures to them. Ah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. That's what's up. What's up? Up. Attaboy, thank you, 709. Yeah, I won't be doing any backflips, buddy. That's I'll leave that in your domain. I can't even do jumping jacks. I can't. Awesome Mike walking up and down the hill. Well, I walked down it first. I started to go earlier today, and then I saw that my neighbor Walt across the street was up, or was out, like doing something. So I like walked over there, and we started talking. We talked probably for like a half an hour, and then we went in the back, and he gave me a bunch of his avocados because he's got 2 giant avocado trees. So he's like, I didn't steal them. I wasn't. Let's see. Right. The pages have verses on them, I think. Right. The thought of doing jumping jacks makes me cringe. Oh, my wife was doing them the other day, and I'm like, I started trying to do it. I'm like, got you some fruit. Yeah. Oh, man. He has these. So he has the little bitty Haas avocados on one tree. The other tree is called the, I guess, bacon avocado. These things are huge. They're like this big. So for those who can't see me, what I'm doing, they're like 7 inches long and like 3.5 inches thick. These are monster, and they're green. So and when they ripen, they're still green for some reason. But I haven't had them for a while. But last time he gave me one, I like that. Oh my gosh, that was the butteriest, most delicious avocado I can remember ever having. And I got 2 of them this time. So, and yeah, now we're talking about avocados because I do got a squirrel once in a while. Nice avocados. Free avocados is much better than climbing a hill. Yeah, well, so my driveway is a hill. So like I walked down his house, I walked back up the hill, and then I was too tired to go for my real walk. So I came in here and I putted around on Twitter for like half an hour, and then I went on my walk. I've seen those large green avocados in the store. People say they taste the same. Oh, maybe it's a different one then. But these ones were like, they're just buttery, creamy. Yeah. Never understood the avocado hype. Well, you guys have avocados? Oh, there's a hummingbird right outside. Hummingbird, squirrel. There is a branch. Like I have a tree outside, and there's like this one little branch that doesn't have any leaves. Hummingbirds always land on it. It's like a cool hangout spot for my hummingbirds. Well, I don't know why I'm talking about this. Justin says, Mike, when it comes to your Christian creative brand, how does that match up with comic characters and story about mythology by a Christian creative? I mean, there's nothing wrong with mythology, right? To me personally, the thing I would avoid is witchcraft, just because it's so like, I wouldn't want to be encouraging people towards witchcraft, because witchcraft is a real thing. And, the Bible says, burn all the witches. It doesn't actually say burn all the witches. It does say to stone them to death. But it's like, look, back in the day when Harry Potter came out, I was one of those Christians who was like, chill out. There's nothing wrong with Harry. They're not even using real witch spells or anything. They're just saying Latin words, blah, blah, blah. But what they were doing was glorifying witches, right? But back then I was like, there's no problem with it. I have no problem with it. Today, a generation later, you go ask any Wiccan, any witch, any Wiccan, any quote unquote warlock, what encouraged them to be, what inspired them to be a witch. It'll be Harry Potter. It is literally. talk to some. If you know a witch, go ask her. And so glorifying witchcraft. I mean, I get it for most 99.99% of people. It's just a fun story, and everyone knows that it's all make believe. But there are those few loose whatever people who are like, I am now inspired to be a witch because of Harry Potter. It happened. It happens. So that's something I would personally try to avoid in my mythology or my whatever, you know. Avocados are good for you, plus because they have mild, bland taste, you can add them into lots of dishes. They are very good for you. We have avocados. My neighbor has a plantation in Crete. It gives me loads, which I pass to my mom. Huh. So no stuff like Scarlet Witch. Well, see, Scarlet Witch isn't actually a witch. Scarlet Witch is a mutant who has powers that don't come from witchcraft. They just call her Scarlet Witch. Now, there are witches, like real witches, right, in her mythology, but her power comes from being a mutant, which I think is... I think the whole mutant thing was the dumbest thing Stan Lee ever did, because I always thought all those pre-mutant era, and Stan Lee admitted this. He's like, I can just make everyone mutants, and I don't have to come up with original ideas for everybody. They can just be born with powers, and everyone can have powers. I love all the unique origin stories for like the Hulk, and for Spider-Man, and for Captain America, for Thor, for like all these guys. They have their own unique. And then Stan Lee comes by and makes mutants, and he just copped out on having to come up with origin stories. To me, that was annoying. Annoying der heck. Literally what? Squirrels, hummingbirds. Evolution. There ain't going to be any Ouija boards in Mike's comics. No, there will not be. Do I know a witch? Sorry, it looks like I'm fresh out. Don't take any gifts from known witches. A witch burner! How do you know she's a witch? Build a bridge out of her. Really, where is there... Is that where the pushback against Harry Potter came from on the religious side? Yeah, witchcraft. It was encouraging witchcraft. And again, I was like most of you guys. I'm like, nobody's going to fall for that. It's not real witchcraft. And then like a whole generation of witches were like, I want to be Harry Potter. I'm going to get into freaking Wicca. Oh, okay. Great. You have to have many other maladies in your life for it to affect you like that, but I get your position. Yeah, it's not even really my it's just real. It's just true. If you... And again, I don't know, maybe you can make the same argument for most things. Like, most people aren't going to be encouraged to be violent because they play a violent video game, but there are going to be those randos that do get violent. So I don't know. Maybe it's not. It's just my position. So I guess it is a position. I just personally won't do anything to glorify witchcraft, personally, which allows her to tap into chaos magic. What, her mutant power taps into chaos magic? That doesn't make any sense at all. So magic from deities like warlock type characters are no good, or because they don't use a specific witchy stuff, they are okay. I don't think... Wait, Adam Warlock? I think if you got... it's just me. Look, you can do whatever you want. You know, we have grace in Christ. We have freedom in Christ. I just personally, I'm not a fan. So I also never understood the Harry Potter hype. Joe, you don't understand any. Are you a bot? I do not understand hype. I think witchcraft was pretty much drug use at the time of the Bible. That is pharmakia, which is sorcery. So, yeah, maybe thou shalt not suffer a sorcerer to live. Is that what the verse is? A lot of old religious cults were big into drug use, and they did every sort of terrible thing because of it. And it opens you up to the spiritual realm, certain drugs, like peyote. Yeah, like peyote or LSD or what's that new one that all these people are doing, and they see like the spirit world through the lasers and crap like that. MDF something or other. I don't know. Who are you who are so wise in the ways of science? I am King Arthur. Since we're on the subject, how do you feel or any advice on tackling story creation involving demonic forces? They would obviously be portrayed as evil, as long as they are portrayed as evil or as. See, I have a story where I have a Nephilim character, except for I think that ended up being too close to Hellboy. But I had a Nephilim character, except Hellboy is actually a demon, right? Anyways, I had a Nephilim character who was uncertain as you could be that Christ's human blood would cover his inhuman sin, right? Because he's only part human. Would Christ's blood atone for his sin? And so he did everything he could. He was sort of in this works. He was not gonna give Jesus any excuse to reject him on the day of resurrection. So that was he like tried to be. He was like a hero. It's kind of like Mormons, right? Where they're nice because they have to be. This is like sort of his. He's like in this works-based heroism where it's like I have to be good because I can't give Jesus any excuse to reject me in the resurrection. So, I mean, it depends on how you handle it. Short story. I mean, short version. Long answer. Short version. Not sure. I'm not sure. I wouldn't doubt it's in the Bible. That makes sense. All right. No. Well, I was way off on the Harry Potter thing. I thought it was good that kids were reading, but when I think back, it was mostly adults reading the books that I knew. My niece read them, but she was in high school. She loved those. She devoured those things. Masakula says, the Bible laid out the creation mythos. The church and its history say there was a war in heaven, and that is reflected in our world. 1/3 of the angels were taken by Satan. They were envious of man's place, and they fell from their rightful places. Yeah, I always wonder, because it doesn't give an exact timeline of when the war in heaven happened, or is happening, or happens. No, it can't be happens because we've got so much demonic activity. It's got to be that. I would really love to know where on the timeline, the space timeline, the angelic war happened. If anybody has any information, maybe it's in the Book of Enoch. I have no idea. I watched Conan the Barbarian when I was 7. Turned out fine. And guess what? When people believe insane stuff, they turn into demonic beings. Oh no, D&D Warlock class. It's a fighter that has a dirty patron that gives him magic powers. So it'd be good like a Spartan getting powers from Ares God of War. I don't know, man. That's between you and God. What would I do? I would just try to avoid the whole witchcraft scenario. If I'm writing a story, right? If I'm writing a story and for some reason it has to have a witch or a warlock in it, Well, let's play that out. If for some reason I had to write a story with a witch or a warlock in it, I would try. I mean, because your character doesn't think they're doing evil, right? So I would try to play into the fact that their power does come from evil, regardless of whether or not they're aware of it. Like they're a puppet on a string type of a thing, right? Or they're portraying an evil as good, and it is aiding the demonic powers. I don't know. That would probably take a little more thinking than I'm willing to do here. Let's see if this has changed at all. What the heck?
For the first time.
This changed. What'd they do? Let's find out. Well, no, it just went to this. Okay, that's the same. Well, we might as well play it. It's been almost an hour. Let's play the commercial. He is risen, risen indeed. So, whoosh, Rippasend. All right, so I'm not sure why they changed this. 31 books sold, and okay. Oh, this is just
I don't wanna go to
31 books sold or donated. Okay. So I guess they're merging the donations and the sales of the books. Is that right? I guess. I'm not entirely sure. All right. Let's bump this down. There we go. All right. Back to the conversation. Potter normalizes a lot of witchcraft nonsense. Yes. Art Marcher says, I was curious. I've got a wayward cousin that probably believes in that nonsense. I love her, but I can't abide her lifestyle. Well, get her a copy of AFAR and then talk to her about it. DMT, yeah, that's the one. DMT. You're trying to get into the spiritual world and you shouldn't be. DMT. And if you're opening an ayahuasca, yeah, that's another one. If you're look, man, don't open doors to demonic spirits. And even if it's like, but I want to open a door to the angelic realm, it's like, that's great, but the angels probably follow rules. Like they're probably not supposed to talk to you unless God wants them to. Whereas the demons are not following rules, and they're a bunch of liars. So if you're talking to some angel like Joseph Smith did, remember that guy, or like Muhammad did, then you're going to be getting, let's just call it bad information. All right, I already said that. You can't save women from their delusions and rarely men. I think you're talking about dimethyl but yeah, that's DMT, right? Tryptamine. I don't know. All you can do is poke holes in the worldview and move on. It's not our job to convert. That's God's. All we can do is make convincing arguments. That's true. And love and pray. We can do more than just argue. Hellboy is the son of Satan, if I recall correctly. Really? Even alcohol. Watch body cam videos, and I swear there are some of those people are straight up possessed. Well, that's why they call alcohol spirits, right? Didn't Netflix have a whole series called Lucifer? More media trying to normalize nefarious things. Yes. I didn't watch it. I did watch, or I am watching David. That's a really good show. That's not on Netflix. That's on Amazon. DJ says Colossians, not Colossians. It's Colossians. Says that Christ reconciled all things to him through his sacrifice. That would be a good story. A person who is a warlock trying to use evil power to do good, but over time he realizes the magic is using him and corrupting the things he's trying to save. There you go. Nice little twist on it. The thing is, he'd have to give up the magic and try to win. He'd probably end up dying. Sorry, spoilers for the imaginary story we've been talking. Yes, mine does too. You can't use evil to do good. That's the issue with people thinking witchcraft is okay. I'm thinking about that because evil is not an action. Evil is an intention, right? Like you can have the exact same action and someone is doing it with good intent or someone is doing it with evil intent. And it's the intent that makes the action good or evil, right? I mean, there are some actions that are just good or evil. Okay, so maybe I'm stepping on my own toes here, but I think there are actions that can be either good or evil, like killing someone. Killing someone can be done for good to save someone's life or to stop evil from happening, or it could be evil because you're killing an innocent person. It's the same action, but the intent is different. Just read Crowley. Ooh, wow. Why? This is where all that nonsense comes from. Magic is man thinking he can become God. That's all. It's apotheosis. Apotheosis. I don't know that word. Well, there are different. Man, my throat is like drying up. Well, there are different characters that all use the term witch, like sorcerer, wizard, witch. They all mean the same thing depending on the world building, right? Magic has been normalized in a society that is okay with abortion. Yeah. Ultimately, pray the Holy Spirit give you direction. If you are uncomfortable, that's usually the Spirit talking. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Evil has no ontological status in reality. Evil is evil is the shadow to God's light, right? There's no such thing as darkness. There is only the absence of light. There's no such thing as evil. There's only the absence of good. You can sin in your heart without taking any action. That's true, right? You can merely have intent. Isn't that kind of a theme in the Elric novels? I haven't read them. Oh, Justin's got to head out. Maybe we can chat about some story. I got some time, Mike. Have a good one. Good one. Peace out, Justice. Evil is suffering by one definition. that's like that's the humanistic worldview. What do you call it? What do they call those people? They're humanists, atheist humanists, something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, they think suffering is the definition of evil. It's like, that's not right. I'm rewatching Chosen. Oh, okay. I blame spell check. Makes me think of that old series Charmed or the spinoff Angel. Yeah, I didn't watch Charmed either for that exact reason. I'm not gonna watch a show about a bunch of witches.
And they don't have a pistol.
How would you know the difference between an angel and a demon? An angel would lead you toward the truth of Christ and the gospel. A demon would lead you away from it towards sin or towards another gospel other than the one that the apostles were given by Christ. So if any other gospel is given to you, but the one they had, the apostles had, then that is, even if it's by an angel of light, which would be a demon disguising himself. Well, that's the thing. Demons, I mean, they're fallen angels. So like real demons are fallen angels. So they could probably still appear as angels of light and then deliver you a false doctrine, a false gospel that leads you away from the one true Christ. Unfortunately, it seems like Hollywood romanticizes witchcraft. I'm sure that influences lots of young girls. I know, it's sad. Justin says, otherwise, magic of any kind is evil, regardless of it not having the same origin. Manga witches have nothing in common with what Wiccans are dreaming is reality. Well, that's because the entirety of Japanese mythology and demonology, and it's totally separate from a Western worldview of demons, because like they're polytheists. The Japanese are polytheists, so it's like angels and demons and gods. They just, I know they think it's like, oh no, they're atheists. They don't believe in it. No, that it comes. Look, Buddhism is an offshoot of Hinduism. Hinduism has like what 8 billion gods, something like that. So in the Japanese cultures, they're all derivatives of that. They are not derivatives of a Western culture, right? They're not gonna be seeped in 2,000 years of Christ and one God. Angels are good, demons are bad. It's all very mishmashy over there. So yeah, in Japan, when they talk about demons and they have demons that are good guys, they have a totally different understanding of it than the Western world does. I would say suffering is a part of evil, but there's clearly more parts to evil. I would say suffering is a result, or can be a result of evil, right? But it can also be a result of discipline. Suffering can be the result of discipline, and God can discipline us. So you can't say that if God causes us to suffer, that is evil. Right? Yes, magic is derived from one place: alchemy, apotheosis, an incoherent worldview. Magic of any kind is not good. That's why it's promoted so heavily in all media. If something isn't good, an anti-human fetus is going to be promoted in a culture that is okay with abortion. Why don't you just write abortion? Anywho, let's give this a real quick refresh. If you guys have not already, then please do get your donations and your purchases in. Hey, look at that. Sold 7 more books. Let's get rid of this thing. I don't know why I have Speechify on. Cool. So 38 books sold. to the donation count is 238 minus 200, 162 to go. And also, he might be trying to dodge the also. Yeah. Join the Discord if you have not already. I'm not going to sit here all day promoting this. I am just excited that this has gotten going. People on Twitter saying I'm going to buy this as a gift for a good friend of mine. Another great Christian book she'll love. It looks great. Glad you could get your thing out. Rippasend is such a game changer, and I hope more come to adopt it. Amen. I'm gonna have to try to figure out what I can do on my end to help promote this, because this has got to get out there. This is a ministry, and the ministry only works if the ministry ministers. So again, please do get back to work. Yes. Actually, I'm tired now. Why am I so tired? I may have to chill out for a little bit and then get back to work. But thank you all for being here. God bless you. Join the Discord. The link is right here. Tina popped the link up in there. Joining the Discord. If you want to get the book or donate books or both, hopefully, the link is in the description. So get on there, share it out, please. If you can't do anything else, please share it out. If you think you know somebody who might like it, share that out. Again, if you have a ministry you would like to share this with, then you can send them to the webtoons to get a look through the whole thing. They can see the whole shooting match on there, and then hopefully we can get some more ministries on the donations link and just get this out to more ministries and spread the good word, everybody. So God bless you all. We'll see you on the next exciting episode, where I'll probably be pitching this again, because I just want people to buy it. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation. We did get into a little bit of a little cross-examinations stuff. So God bless you all. We'll see you next time.